check, check. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Iced Coffee, the TLR Cup show that brings you track facts, stats, driver interviews. We're here live at the Wausau 525. It's the Snowmobile Championship here in Wausau, Wisconsin. It's the 13th annual. And let's get into a little bit of the history about this venue here. This is the 7th year at this new track, which is purpose-built specifically for ice oval racing. It's one of the best venues that we could ever hope to race at. And if you can see behind us, you know, there's banners with all of the drivers who have won championships here in the past. They've got the Lube Room Bar and Grill. They've got great food. It's really an amazing spot to come and watch races today.
Good morning. I'm Brett. I'm with the TLR Cup. Lindsay's here, and we're set up for a great day of racing here at the Wausau track. If you get a chance, come on out. We're about 3 miles west of Wausau on NN. $15 get you a ticket for today. Very happy with the Wausau venue. Yesterday they said they had record attendance, so it was a phenomenal day for us out here. Had some great racing all day long. Even had the bikes on ice yesterday. Today's show will include a full slate of snowmobile racing along with the quads. So if you haven't seen it, come on out. It's something everybody needs to experience right off the bat. Purpose-built venue here, one of the safest places that we're going to be, and really enjoy being out here at the Wausau track. Great people, great food and beverage, great venue, and just a whole lot of fun. So really looking forward to a great day today.
And you may also notice that we're coming to you in high def for the first time ever today. We got to give a shout out to the Ditch Banger crew, our broadcast partner, for making that happen. Aside from that, they've also have a fundraiser going. We've got some T-shirts here for the injured drivers. Gavin Beener, Blaine Stevenson, Matt Gady selling these T-shirts. We have men and women T-shirts. $25. All the proceeds will be equally distributed between those 3 families. So get them here at the Wausau 525. Great fundraiser for these guys.
Right. Probably the best part of the T-shirt fundraiser is all the proceeds are going to the drivers. So those 3 drivers. Medical bills are horrendous for these guys. There's long-term hospital stays going on, and they just need the love and the support. So if you get a chance, come by, stop at the Ditch Banger table, grab a shirt, and support this great group. And speaking of drivers, we have a guest.
We do. We have Cody Knutson with us today. He's the number 98 driver in his rookie year in Pro Champ. How's it going, Cody?
Pretty good. I can't complain.
See the grin on his face? Let's tell us the real story. I mean, it's tough, right? It's a tough series.
You know, coming in, we didn't really have, I guess, know what to think. You know, we coming off an excellent year in Pro Light, winning the V-Force Pro Light Championship, made the jump up, and you know, I kind of told the guys, I said, let's just take it one step at a time. Let's not come in here, get over our head, and end up in trouble. And I guess it started out. We made the show in Fargo both days, which was awesome. That was our first goal, to at least make the final, and we did that. And going to Eagle River, I'll be honest, I really wanted one of them front row rings on Saturday. And first off, I wanted to make the show for Friday night, and cards didn't lay in our favor there. And Saturday we had some more bad luck with a cracked pipe, and that put us in the LCQ, so it was a challenge. The LCQ was no slouch of a race. There was a lot of good competitors in there. And, so I think we're just looking to kind of catch a break. I mean, it's tough. You cannot go out there at any given day and expect to be, running up front with these guys. You have to have your cards in order, and we're learning that, day by day. And like I said, we're just trying to, not get ahead of ourselves.
I happened to be on the outside of turn 2 yesterday when they were running heat races. Just happened to be there at one time, and somebody walked by me and gave me one of the stronger fist pumps I ever had because they just won a TLR Cup Pro Champ Tour heat. Yeah, see the grin now? So tell us a little bit about that feeling.
Words can't describe that. I mean, that's, again, I guess, another step that, we had even, as a team, haven't even talked about it, winning a heat. We just want to make the final. We're still getting used to making finals, so, I jumped out to the early lead, and I'm telling myself, just relax. We only got 5 laps. I said, I think we can pull this off, so had a little bit of slip up there on the last lap, but boy, when I came in, it was it was a surreal moment. I mean, I hugged the crew chief and gave Brett a fist pound, and I went back to the trailer. I'm like, wow, we might, be able to do this, and it definitely was a huge confident booster. For the rest of the day, I mean, we definitely had smiles on our face regardless of what the outcome was.
So what's your history with this track? It was really tight racing here all day. What's your history? What are your thoughts on this?
My first year racing here was the first year this place opened up. I hadn't had a chance to race at the previous location, so this is all I've known for Wausau, and I've been nothing but impressed since day one. I mean, we came in here on the first year as a limited 500 driver, and we were greeted by Ralph and his crew. They walked into the trailer and asked if there's anything they could do for us, and I'm like, as a crew, we were like, wow, we'd never seen something like that before, and I thought, nothing but, I'm like, that's fantastic that they're going out of their way to come ask the drivers, I mean, what we need, and it seems like every year that we come back here, it seems like we got more and more updates. We got, big fancy warming facility here, and, yesterday throughout the heats, I look up on the hill over here, and it's just packed, and I mean, I can't, that's awesome to be out there putting on a show for all these fans, and I heard that there was some record numbers yesterday. Hope for the same today. I mean, it's perfect weather, so, I mean, I'd like to say stay home and watch on Ditchbanger, but, come out here and watch too. I mean, it's great to be here, and it's definitely, temperatures in the 20s, why not?
Tell me a little bit about yesterday's final. I mean, you qualified for the final, had a good spot on the front line. Things didn't quite go your way there, and you kind of rolled in turn two. So how's the sled? How are you? And how's the experience from that race?
Qualified 7th. That was our best position. The FXR Racing Lucas Oil Skidoo was running pretty good. I mean, we made some good adjustments throughout the day. I was feeling really good, and I had set in there in the final. I'd seen we had reached the halfway point, and I was just trying to hold my spot and just relax and finish the race out. And I guess Richie was getting close to me in the corners a couple times, and he must have, drove into me there a little bit on turn 2 and spun me right around. Devastating, I guess you could say. I didn't really know, why that happened or what happened. I haven't had a chance to talk to him. He hasn't said anything to me either, so I guess we'll settle that elsewhere. But, I mean, it's devastating for the team. I mean, we had a sled that was, we felt was a top 10 sled. We were feeling good, and now last night we worked all night trying to put the sled back together. There was all titanium studs in the bottom of that track are all destroyed. At $7 a stud, I think they are. It got pretty expensive last night, and that great friends at Woody's will get us back together. But it's you see a pan full of bent over titanium studs, it's pretty tough. I mean, I don't have the deepest pockets in the world, so. But we got the sled back together. I'm okay. It was kind of like a slow motion deal for me. I mean, I kind of tipped on my side. The biggest thing for me was, I heard red in our race receivers, and you guys were still coming pretty quick at me, and I didn't know whether to run high or run low. Guys were coming all over, so I just kind of stayed behind the sled and waved. I didn't know what to do. So, and I seen Bo come running at me, and he hit the brakes, so I just jumped over the snowbank. But everything was good. I mean, credit to the race receivers. I cannot say enough things about them. Yes, we've had some devastating accidents this year, but I'll tell you what, if we wouldn't have had them, things would have been a lot worse, I believe. I mean, it is so nice to be able to have guys eyes in the sky for us, telling us what's going on out there.
Because this is the first year that you guys are running the receivers in your helmets. So for the fans and our viewers who are watching, it's just an earpiece that you guys all have, and there's somebody up in the tower here watching, and if they see something happen on the track, they're going to call that red flag so that you guys can hear it. Whereas, last year you kind of just had to watch the track. So definitely safety always first and foremost here.
Right. All right. So today's round 5 of the TLR Cup Tour. We always ask our guest driver to give us 3 picks to watch for the podium today. You can't pick yourself. So based on what you've seen, the track, the driving style, that kind of stuff, give us your best shot.
I'll start from 3rd and go up. I'll tell you what, 3rd place, I'm going with. I've been a strong believer in Colt Delandria. He's been a powerhouse, and I've been impressed. I was very impressed Eagle River Friday night, how he was able to, run it up there and finish well. I was devastated for him on Sunday what happened there, but I feel this weekend he's a talented driver, and I think that he'll be good on the third spot. Second, I'm gonna have to go with Matt Schultz. This is his home track. He's his home crowd. I think he wasn't happy with his performance yesterday, but I do believe that he'll rebound today. He's got a hell of a crew in that trailer. His, Al Fenhouse and Dale Ritz will get him back, straightened out. And I got to go with G-Money for number one spot. I mean, initially yesterday watching him in his heats, it reminded me I had to tell myself that's not Chartier out there. That sled looks exactly like Malcolm ran here, this same track on that same chassis. So how do you contend with a whole shot like that? And he's got some corner speed. So G-Money's my top pick.
All right. Sounds good. Well, good luck today. Wish you all the best.
Yep.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Who are you picking for top 3?
All right, here we go again. Well, you made me pick first yesterday, but I want you to know I had 2 of the top 3 on the podium.
All right.
Okay, so
All right.
I'm going to stick with Nick Van Stradek. I think Nick is fast. I think Gunnar is fast. And I actually like Colt, too. Colt, I think, is simply one break away from the podium. I mean, he's, small team. I just think the world of that team. They're here doing their best, and they don't complain. They go out and they give it their all. So I'm pulling for those 3. And you?
I'm going to have to go with, in no particular order, I think we're going to see Matt Schultz on the podium. He has said time and time again he's never won here on Sunday. This is his home track. It's a huge bucket list for him. So I think we're going to see Matt pull off a podium today here. I'm going to go with Jordan Wall again. He's always been fast on this track, and if you look around here, you see Terry Wall, who is kind of a mentor in that trailer, a legend in his own right. And Brandon Johnson from the Walbros crew is up here. They've had good luck at this track, and Jordan definitely came out and showed that yesterday with his second place finish.
Yep.
And you can't discount Gunnar.
G-Money.
G-Money, he's fast on that, and he's got Mike Cool in the trailer, and like Cody said, he's got that, one of Chartier's old sleds. He obviously, did some amazing things with that.
Right, you and I talked, too, that at one point in time, if Gunnar made the podium, it would be something that once he got there, we thought we'd see him a lot. And I think that's starting to come true.
It is, yep. So, back-to-back TLR Cup wins.
And speaking of the top of the leaderboard, you ready?
Let's do it.
These are updated as of last night. Oh, go ahead.
So these are current point standings as of last night's final. So we've got, you can go on to the TLR Cup Tour Facebook page on our website, tlrcup.com, and you can see all the driver standing profiles, good information there, our season schedule. We're going to run through the top 5 for you. So sitting in that number 5 spot now is the number 13 of Nick Van Stradek. In the number 4 spot, we've got Colt Delandria, the lone Articat in the TLR Cup field. Cardell Potter, he's sitting in number 3 now. Last night's, he kind of had a little digger there in the feature last night, but all is well. Just sounds like a, kind of a sore tailbone. So, we know that Cardell's very dedicated. So we'll see where he goes from here. Matt Schultz, sitting tight in that number 2 spot. And no surprise, Gunnar Stern. He took over the leaderboard last night with that win. All right. So with that, like we said, come on out to the races. Great venue. $15 is going to get you in for the day. There's RB sandwiches here. There's a full bar. There's everything you could ever need to enjoy a day of snowmobile racing. We need to say thank you to Ditchbanger, of course, for helping us out with this live broadcast this morning, and our sponsors.
Yeah, we want to give a nice shout-out to Woody's. They've been great help to us this season. Also, they're a proud sponsor of the Military Appreciation Program, which happens today. We'll have a Wounded Warrior Project guest here with his family. Looking forward to that day. I want to thank Amsoil, VP Fuels, Brad Malmgren Photography, Eagle River Dock and Lift, Don's Marine. Of course, our primary manufacturing sponsors, Polaris, Skidoo, and Articat. MSPN and Motorfist for the great swag and the warm clothing that we're wearing out there on the cold track days. So we're having a great time here at Wausau. It's great on TV. It's great on Ditch Banger live streaming video, but it's better in person. So grab $15 out your wallet. Come on out, spend the day with us, and we'll have a ball.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week from the Alexandria Winter Spectacular.